We will call this work session to order. Got quite a big agenda, but most of it's on the consent agenda, so let's see. We'll start off with resolution number 8726, a resolution rescheduling regular work session meetings of the Hoover City Council. Ms. Dickerson.
Okay. This resolution addresses scheduling adjustments to the Hoover City Council calendar due to recognized holidays. The regular scheduled City Council meeting set for Memorial Day will be rescheduled to the day after, and then the Christmas Eve work session will be canceled.
All right. Any questions from council?
The regular fourth meeting in December will still be held?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Yes, that'll be after Christmas, yes. Any other questions? Okay. Resolution number 872126, authorizing the mayor to execute a service agreement with the Hoover Bells.
Yes, this resolution authorizes the City of Hoover to enter into a service agreement with the Hoover Bells to support public events and community engagements. This has been a yearly agreement to serve the purpose of greeters and event workers at various city-sponsored events, and the amount is for $5,000, and it is in the budget.
We will go ahead and go all the way to number 9 with these service agreements. Resolution number 872226, agreement with Hoover City Schools Foundation. Resolution number 872326 is a service agreement with Hoover Helps. Resolution number 872426 is a service agreement with the Hoover Historical Society. Resolution 872526 is a service agreement with the Hoover Service Club. And resolution number 872626 is a service agreement with the Robert O. Finley Character Foundation. These were all approved within the operating budget that we recently passed. Are there any questions for the city clerk involving any of these service agreements?
Mr. President, I don't know if the particulars are available in what's provided to the public. Should we give the dollar values for each of these?
I have not looked at the packet. Does the packet have the dollar amounts in there? Okay. Okay. So yes, that's dollar amount will be available to the public.
Thank you.
Any further questions?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
The Hoover Historical Society, we are giving them $1,360. Do we know if they intend to stay where they are right now, or will that be changed? Their location?
I do not have that question. I don't know if anyone here from the Hoover Historical Society is here. I don't know the question or answer to that.
We'll find out.
I'm the liaison. I can find out.
Okay.
Ms. Love will try to reach out to them. Okay. Any further questions? Okay, we will take the next set, all from the police department. So we will go 10 through 16. And that'll be resolution number 872726. Well, let's start in number 10. Number 10 is different, sorry. Resolution amending the budget for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2026 for the police department. I believe it's Chief McDonald. Captain McDonald, excuse me. Chief McDonald. Chief.
Yes.
You got 3 stars
Assistant Chief,
now.
that's right.
Thank you. I've been called worse. Good evening, council. Number 10, on your resolutions for the budget amendment, we're not asking for any new money. We're asking to spend some money that we already have. The first is to spend some money from the federal inmate funds to purchase push bumpers with a 4-bar light channel, and also dual weapon rack for rifles and less than lethal for our new Tahoes that we're getting. And both of these the push bumpers will provide protection for the vehicles and also for the officer. The light bar it will also help with visibility, and the rifle rack and less lethal rack will provide officers with more accessibility to the rifle and less lethal weapons. Both of those items will increase officer safety. And again, we're not looking for any new money. We're just looking for permission to spend money that we already have.
Any questions for Chief McDonald? Seeing none, okay. Now we'll take up some resolutions for service agreements. Resolution 872826, service agreement with Alabama Wildlife Center. Resolution 872926 is a service agreement with Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama. Resolution 873026 is a service agreement with the
Mr.
Humane
President, if I
Society.
could ask a quick question about Crime Stoppers.
Yes, sir.
I know the city at one time gave as much as $25,000 or more to Crime Stoppers, and a couple of years ago it was reduced back to $5,000. Mayor, do you foresee? I know Crime Stoppers has been very valuable to the Hoover Police Department in the past, and probably will be in the future. Do you foresee being able to try to work on additional funding at some point?
I would say in coming years.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Let's see, it was Resolution 873026, a service agreement with the Humane Society of Shelby County. Resolution number 873126, a service agreement with One Place Metro, Alabama Family Justice Center. Resolution 873226 is a service agreement with the Prescott House. Let's see. Resolution 873326 is a service agreement with the Bessemer Cutoff Advocacy Center doing business as the Clay House. That is all the service agreements under the police department. Are there any questions regarding any of these service agreements? Very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to Resolution 873426, appointing the municipal lead judicial analyst, or is that legal analyst? It's going to be changed to legal analyst and the assistant legal analyst for the city of Hoover. Mr. Waldrep. Mr. Waldrop's not here.
Okay. This proposes the following appointments for the Hoover Municipal Court. Teresa Patelis as lead legal analyst and Kermit Kendrick as assistant legal analyst.
Very well. Any questions regarding this resolution?
Yes, Mr. President. Just want to make sure, never mind, I resolved my own question. Thank you.
Very good. Anybody else? Very good. We'll move on to resolution number 873526, appointing the assistant municipal judge for the city of Hoover. Ms. Dickerson.
This will appoint Lee Barnes Jr. as assistant municipal judge for a 2-year term effective February 1st of 2026.
Any questions regarding this? All right, we're a quiet group tonight. Moving on, resolution number 873626, a resolution appointing the lead public defender and the assistant public defender for the city of Hoover. Ms. Dickerson.
This is to appoint Waukesha Hazard as lead public defender. At this time, she is the assistant one, so this moves her up to lead. And then it appoints Benjamin Preston as the assistant public defender. Susan Fuqua, the court director, will oversee the public defenders, and this will be funded by the Fair Trial Tax Indigent Defense Fund, and the appointments will be effective February 1st of 2026.
Very well. Any questions regarding this resolution?
Mr. President, Ms. Fuqua, didn't Mr. Barnes at one point, was he not the public defender at one time? Or since he's rising to the bench as an assistant judge, can he no longer perform that?
Yes, sir. He was a public defender. Waukesha Hazard was also the public defender. We've always had two. We have court sessions on Wednesday, and it takes really two to be able to handle all our court sessions. And since we're going to have two judges, then we're going to have court on Wednesdays, and then we'll have court on Thursdays. So we'll have to have 2 public defenders on both court sessions.
We'll have 2 lead defendants.
Yes,
appointed. So
yes.
Mr. Barnes will remain
He'll-
with one.
No, Mr. Barnes will not be. So we'll have to have Waukesha Hazard as the lead public defender and Ben Prescott as the assistant for both court sessions.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Ms. Fuqua, is it Ben Prescott or Benjamin Preston?
Ben Preston.
Preston,
Yeah,
okay,
uh-huh.
very well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is
Any
that?
further questions? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Next, we will move on to resolution number 873726, authorizing the Healthcare Authority of the City of Hoover to execute a First Amendment to lease agreement with HCR-RW HWC1 and any and all documents necessary to execute of said agreement. Scott, you want to take the lead on this?
Thank you, Mr. President. When the transition of the new legal team came in, we were asked to compare and contrast that old document, the original document, if you will, with the First Amendment. We did not author that document, but nevertheless, I do not have a copy with me. When I had circulated that document earlier, twice actually, but the last time I was thinking that everyone would receive a copy of it as a result of that. I understand that at least one city councilman has not seen that, what I call the briefing memo. Basically, it briefed you all on the differences and why they're there. And there were a few things taken out, a few things added, but it was, in my opinion, it wasn't dramatic. It was allowing a little autonomy. So I wish I could talk directly to it. I've been trying to pull up the document, but I'm having trouble in here downloading that document itself. I will be happy to, tonight, circulate that briefing memo one more time and to make sure that everyone, every
Yes.
city council person has a copy of same.
If you can make sure you circulate the briefing document, and if you have it, or maybe a red line version, so they can see the original versus the,
I will.
The amended version.
If I have a red line version, I will absolutely, I believe, Mr. President, that I do.
okay.
And I will make every effort to do that and make sure everyone has that at minimum by tomorrow.
Monday night, I would like for us to be able to cover those changes. So
Absolutely.
the public is aware of what's going on. Alan Paquette, the chairman of the Healthcare Authority, will also be here Monday night to answer any questions. In the meantime, are there any questions to Scott?
I think there's an issue with email itself. Councilor Driver sent me what you had sent her, but the email comes through, but the attachment is not coming through. So there is an issue with the servers right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, we will have, I want to look at it. Hopefully this will be resolved by tomorrow, and then we'll have questions on
Yes,
Monday.
I'll do my level best to get that to you by tomorrow. We will, I'll reach out to you, hopefully. I'm not sure if I have your cell number, but we'll definitely make sure that you receive it.
Okay, thank you.
And again, the red line as well.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Any further questions?
Not a question, Mr. President, just a clarification that, not sure what happened with the attachment. It does show on the email, and it was sent to all the council members on January 8th.
We will have a first reading for ordinance number 2687, ordinance levying an additional $20 for each residential building permit issued in the city of Hoover to fund the Central Alabama Home Building Academy. I understand, Marty, were you going to speak to this? And we also have members of the board of the Central Alabama Home Builders Academy here to answer questions.
I will defer to them.
Okay. Nick, if y'all want to come down, just give you elevator speech of what it's about, what it's intended to do. Monday night, we'll have the first reading. Now, typically, we do not answer or ask questions and have presentations necessarily on the first reading. However, I am going to ask that we do that on Monday night. If you'll come back and have a presentation, we can ask questions, and if there's anything that needs changing or, pressing needs, it can take care of it before the second reading. So we
Okay.
don't have to start the process over again.
Thank you, Council. Thank you, Mr. President. So a little backstory of where we started here. So Go Build Alabama, the commercial craft academies, y'all know, are throughout the city and the state for commercial building. In the residential side, we didn't really have anything like that. We started one in Huntsville, Alabama. Arthur Steber and I have toured that and said, this is amazing. No reason the city of Birmingham shouldn't have that. So over the last 3 years, we have passed a statewide bill and got it passed, Bill 335 from last session, which basically allows us a May to go across the state and ask for cities to levy a $20 permit fee for residential permits only. So it doesn't have anything to do with the commercial side, just residential side. The reason we were doing this is because we have a large labor shortage in our need, and I think there's a lot of people that need another pathway as young adults or adults that need a pathway to a trade. And so mainly going to be focused on mechanical, electrical, and plumbing and residential only. The requirements of the program are going to be 17 and older. They'll have to pass a drug test, and it'll be free to them to attend. The program is an 8-week nighttime class, so it'll be 2 hours or 3 hours a week, twice a week for 8 weeks, and that's what it'll be focused on, those things. We have partnered with NAHA in Huntsville, Alabama, and they have received some grant money to help us get some startup money. But in the long term, we have to have revenue from cities in our area where these people come into our homes every day to work and build the homes here and do all the remodels in the cities. So we have talked to the city of Hoover, to the city of Mountain Brook, to the city of Alabaster, city of Irondale. We've been to everybody, and this is our first experience with the city of Hoover tonight. Any questions about the program that I didn't really touch on?
Any questions from the council?
Mr. President, I believe we spoke on the phone yesterday.
You spoke to Andrew Davis, one of our board
Okay.
members. Yes, sir.
So this is going to be a $20 fee on each trade every time they pull a permit, correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
So are we looking at a $100 cap or a $120 cap? How many trades do you
So
say
on
would be
average, to
involved?
build a new construction home, you would typically be at $100. So if I had the building permit, which me as a home builder would pull, you would have a plumber would pull one, an electrician would pull one, the mechanical would pull one, and potentially gas if there's gas in the home. So 5 permits. So it would be $100 per house on a new construction home, not necessarily every time you do a remodel or anything smaller of that. But the concept is the trades are on our board, and they're the beneficiaries of it. So if somebody's doing trade work, we want them to contribute to the program because they're the ones that are going to be the beneficiaries.
What was the purpose of passing a state statute?
We did a
coming to the
local bill
municipalities.
twice. We attempted a local bill twice. The local Jefferson County delegation did not call a committee meeting for the last 2 sessions. So we got tired of waiting on that, so we went to a statewide bill. And the biggest part of that was Lowe's came in to NAHA, saw how awesome it was. Just a little bit about NAHA and their success rate. They have about 700 students they've graduated in the last few years. They've had a 95% placement rate in our industry, residential construction, and an 85% retention rate, 12-month trailing. So Lowe's saw those lines and said, we love what you're doing. Here's $250,000. And then they came back to them a month later and said, we love it so much. Here's $250,000 more to go plant 5 more in the state of Alabama. And that's really what kicked us to do the statewide bill, because there's $50,000 pockets to go out. So Mobile's doing one, Huntsville already has their, Birmingham's next, and then Montgomery, Lee County kind of are teaming up, figuring out a way to do it there too.
Does the state bill allow you to get these added to residential builds outside of municipalities?
So the way it works, so Alabama Home Building Academy Network, which is based in Montgomery, any fees collected in any municipality in the state will go through the Treasury and then back through them. And then we, as Central Alabama Home Building Academy, have to be sponsored by a local home builder association. We're our own 501c3 entity. Once we are sponsored by a local entity, so Greater Birmingham Association of Home Builders is Jefferson County, Shelby County, and Bibb County. So we can't go outside of that market. And any money collected in that market has to come back through that. So any money collected in any of those 3 counties has to go to CAHA currently.
I guess I was asking, if somebody's in the county, say in McCalla, would they you need to go to the county commission to pass a similar?
Yes, so for resolutions, so Jimmy Stevens was actually going to be our oversight committee when we were doing it through the local bill. So Jimmy Stevens and us, we have not just gone to them to talk about the same resolution yet. We got our resolution that towards the end of last year and started to work in the cities we live in and work in. But yes, they are on our list to go talk to.
I'm just wondering why you needed to pass a state bill if you needed to come to the municipalities and the counties anyway.
Yeah, we just didn't, like you said, for 2 years, we went the local route.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even get the bill off the floor. They wouldn't bring it up. Everybody was for it, but other matters just kept it from happening.
So Mike Shaw is a sponsor of our local bill twice, and then he also joined Andy Witt in sponsoring our statewide bill. So Shaw and I talked about that a lot, different ways to do it. We landed on a statewide bill.
I'm just wondering why maybe the cities couldn't help you out 2 years earlier.
We would have loved that, but here we are today. So we're getting some seed money. We raised some grant money. So, we've got $60,000 raised today, and we're continuing to raise funds. But again, that will just get us started. We need all the cities to help adopt it and keep us going through year after year. And the goal of all this is for one, to provide a workforce labor pool for our trades and residential construction. And then also to provide future labor costs to be lower and not skyrocket for when anybody's going to have any service work done at their house. Because every plumber that retires today, it takes every 7 plumbers to retire that are aging out, that are master plumbers, 1 replaces them. So in the residential world, that's
Devastating.
It's devastating to us across all of our industry, really. And the Go Build Fund, which is 1% of contract for the commercial guys, and they're billion-dollar companies downtown Birmingham that get a lot of support. We don't win those battles, and we don't pay as well as some of those guys do. So we're a whole bunch of small builders kind of making up one big organization.
Thank you.
I
Mr.
do
President, sounds like RC3 on steroids.
Well, I do want to point out that they did meet with Superintendent Dr. Kevin Maddox to discuss this, see if there's any avenue to partner with RC3. At this time, they didn't really see one, but this is not competing with RC3. This is just an alternative. RC3 gears more. Most of the students from there go to commercial route, and this is a residential trade only. So, Mr. Schultz?
So to piggyback on President's statement, how will you get the information to the schools? Are you going to work with the schools to get the students the information, or how will that information be disseminated about the classes and the opportunity?
So the program is designed for adults, so not for high school kids. So it's designed for adults. We will, with Dr. Maddox is allowing, we will start recruiting in the middle schools and the high school level, just say, hey, this is an option, this is a pathway down for the future. Our goal is to have a mobile classroom in the next 24 months, which will be like a mobile trailer pulled behind a truck to go expose the kids to our industry. That's the biggest issue. Is a lot of these kids are never exposed to residential construction. And as we have a generational shift of college getting more expensive and some other things, it's becoming more requested. We have some people down at the state in Kay Ivy's office currently and through the workforce labor right now, the Department of Workforce, that are also going to help, as we get established, help line some of that stuff up and hire us to go to some of those schools.
Did I misunderstand when you said 17 and over is the age group?
Yes, sir.
So that would still, a high school kid could qualify for
A
that,
high
is
school
that
kid
right?
could qualify, as long as they're a valid driver's license and in the state or in the country, then they could qualify, yes, sir.
Okay.
They could come to the nighttime, they could come their senior year and then graduate and then have a job starting right out of college, right out of high school.
The workforce schools that are in place now, primarily, like we talked about, are commercial or leaning them towards manufacturing. Because they're in the same position, they're starving for workers, talent, the trades. And when we get exposed to them groups, we're residential contractors, we're small. The advantage to us is the downside is we don't pay what commercial rates pay. The upside is you're home every night, you have a quality of life that's, in my opinion, a lot better. And if you get into the trades, you don't have to, if you've got ambition, you can make all the money you want. It's all about how much you're willing to work. Or you can go with a pickup truck and go start your business. Where in the commercial world, it's a different animal to set up a new business because their requirements are a lot more. And we have, like Nick said, it's labor is a tremendous problem. I'm in the elevator trade. I pay $40+ wage, which is way more than the AC contract electrician. I can't find workers. I can't, they don't, I struggle to find employees that show up every day, understand what work is, and understand that, we'll train you if you just come work.
The goal of the program is to create a pool of reliable people that showed up for 8 weeks in a row and they passed a drug test and they've been exposed to all of our trades and they've seen all the tools. We are not creating the next certified HVAC technician out there. That's not the intent of the goal. Once they get hired, if that company sees value in that, then they can provide that service to them. Our goal is to create that hiring pool for them and expose them to our industry because a lot of people just don't know how to get involved. And
to kind of tell you the need, show you the need is Huntsville through NAHA, when they have a graduation class, they call it career day. And they graduate after 8 weeks, they have a graduation, families are all invited in, but they also invite in the trade, the contractors. They're having an average between 50 to 100 contractors show up at these things every 8 weeks, trying to get their hands on candidates.
Mr. Mayor, did you have something to add?
It's a great idea. Appreciate you guys bringing it to us. Have y'all got a location for the yet?
we are actively looking all over the Jefferson County market for buildings. We have looked at probably 4 in the last 2 weeks. We have not determined the location. We have some ideas where it would like to be, but it needs to be easily accessible to all areas of town, ideally near interstate, whether that be the I-65 corridor or the I-20 corridor, but something that is also safe that, people can come to at nighttime, because it will be nighttime classes.
I understand you have a place in Hoover that you might be eyeballing.
We have looked at a place in Hoover. We have.
Hoover's a nice place.
It is. It's a beautiful place. We built a lot of houses here. We love Hoover.
Keep in mind, we love it. One of our requirements is the cost. So that's one of the reasons we're looking everywhere, because we are hands out right now, asking a lot from landlords. And we've got some that are talking to us, but they get real excited about the program and like, we got a building over here we don't use. Y'all go look at it. And that's kind of the process we're in.
So our building requirements, everybody wants to offer one. So a 5,000 to 10,000 square foot, which is about 80% warehouse. We need about 1,000 square feet of classroom space, and the rest of it would be warehouse. Because this program is really hands-on. There is some paperwork and some few things, some safety stuff that we go over, but it's really about teaching them hands-on stuff and how to go out into the field and understand basic construction knowledge.
All right. Thank you. Any further questions? Appreciate it, guys.
Thank
See you
you.
back on Monday night.
Okay.
Go for it, Scott.
In regard to the lease and the documents that I previously promised, I had been working with Ms. Dickerson to get this item to the agenda. And as efficient as she is, you all should have an email right now with those requested documents.
We do, but the attachments are not coming through due to the email issue.
I bet Ms. Dickerson will fix that.
I bet she can't unless she's an IT pro. This is not a local issue. This is a Microsoft issue.
I'm able to open them.
Yours came through?
Yeah, and I'm able to open them.
We'll get that figured out before Monday. Any comments or
Mr.
before we?
President,
Yes.
I wanted to address something that Councilor Schultz had mentioned about the Historical Society. Little background, y'all probably don't know this. The previous administration, for some reason, put the Historical Society in the courthouse, and they're unable to do any renovations. They've been trying for 8 years, and it causes an issue. You can't renovate if you got somebody in your backyard, and they definitely want to leave and find a place, and it's a shame because you have all this history of Hoover in a box, and no one sees it. And so I'm looking at two options, and I'll get with you, Mr. President, and kind of discuss this, but me and Councilor Murphy have been working on this. And I know the magistrate, Susan Fuqua, has been very patient about this. And so I think everybody can come to a good solution to where we can have this history out there and be seen by everybody, and also to have a better and efficient courtroom.
Very good. Anything else? Mr. Mayor? Charlie?
I want to apologize. I had it in my mind for whatever reason that this started at 6 and that 5:30 was like before the council and people was kind of wandering around. So I'm sitting out in the car and I come in here and I go back to the council chambers and there's nobody back there. And I'm saying, well, you know, I wonder where everybody is. And I come back in, I look in, I see somebody else. Well, there's some people here already. I guess I'll go in. So I look at my phone and I've got a message from the mayor saying, are you coming to the council meeting? So I apologize. I'll do a better job.
Cross cold medicine now, right?
And my other announcement is that Monday night I have a conflict and Johnny Brunson will be here to read since there's not very much reading, and I think he can handle that one ordinance anyway. So.
Thank you.
Mr. President, real quick, and I hope we say it again Monday night, but the mayor did an amazing job at the State of the City for lunch today. I haven't heard that kind of excitement out of a mayor, and probably I don't even know if Tony Patelis had that much excitement. He was a great speaker, but I don't know that he drew the crowd in as much as you did today, Mayor. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent event. Thank you. With that, we're adjourned. Thank you.